as soon as someone jumps on the flag, it flips over to the team that has that particular flag.
And it's so great. So right now we see that the B flag is getting taken. Why don't we swap back over and see who is near that flag? And it looks like it's a battle for control of that B flag right now. And it is just chaos here on the map. Looking great. Players are making moves. You just saw 2 players get taken out in the street right there, headed towards that B flag. So this is just basically a feel it out type of moment here, isn't it?
I'm really excited by the way these players will actually position and set up. They will not be in a hurry to grab the B flag until they feel like they can really lock it down. Look at Big Timer moving up beyond the flag radius so he can try to lock that position in really well.
Yeah, and now we see that Karma is actually pushing up on that right flank, but he does get taken out right there. And now you see some players hovering over that B flag. Let's hop on board with Merc. There he is, taking the B flag with some help of his teammates. And there you have it. The North Americans do control the B flag now. So they have C and B in that 2 flag setup that's always so crucial. And tell me a little bit more about Yemen here as we're watching it. You see a lot of tight corridors here. And tell me a little bit about the design of this map.
Yeah, so we worked on this map really early on, and we wanted to make sure that we definitely brought that classic urban street fight that players love, make sure it was still available in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 as well. And this is why you see this such fast-paced action here. Look at the kill feed just spinning the entire time.
Absolutely, and that's something players love in Call of Duty is just non-stop engagement, and that's what you get here on Yemen. And especially with domination on this map, it's just non-stop. And you take a look at the map here overhead, you just see constant movement from the players, right? And it's just a great thing to watch. I actually love this view right here, just watching the triangles moving around the map.
I'm always fascinated by the line battles these guys have. They will set up and just try to deal with the threats coming in on them. And in this view, we can see which guys are firing, and you can get a really good idea. Look at Merc coming around from the side, going for a flank.
Yeah, and absolutely. We even saw the care package just get dropped right there for the North Americans, back on the C flag in a safe area. So, I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. We can actually take a look here. We see that Shane is on the A flag. Now Big Timer is on the B flag. He just ran through it. They still have control. And Ray now runs by the A flag. It looked like Ray was actually pushing for that capture. So the North Americans are now pushing this flag pretty hardcore and aggressively. And then the Europeans do manage to thwart that off. We'll jump on board with the Europeans. Why don't we hop on board with one of the ladies here? Jump on board with Kitty Cat, and we'll take a look at what she's using. She's got the MP7, and it looks like that class is pretty solid. Tell me a little bit about the suppressor attachment she has here, too. That kind of comes back as an attachment. What exactly does that do for you here?
Yeah, of course. We would bring back fan-favorite attachments like the suppressor. This will keep you from appearing on the mini-map, of course. And this is really good for guys who are trying to stay low off that radar, of course.
Yep. So as we see here, we actually see the perks now coming up. It looks like we got that off the spawn. Why don't we take a look at some of the perks here that players are using? And there you go. Looks like Kitty Cat is using Hardline Scavenger and Dead Silence. And why don't we swap around? Let's see if we can find some of those multi-combo, perk additions. There you go.
Yeah.
So here you have it. Tell me a little bit about this, David.
Yeah, so Karma's definitely running perk 2 Greed, so he can have both extreme conditioning and dexterity, and with lightweight. This is a guy who clearly wants to move as fast as possible and be as nimble as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So lightweight is going to increase his movement speed. Extreme conditioning is going to allow him to run a little bit farther and longer, and dexterity is actually going to let him swap weapons faster, climb ladders faster, climb objects faster. So he's definitely going for speed here. And, that's the great thing about this is that you're able to customize those perks in your classes to be what you want to be as a player, and that's you in Black Ops 2.
It's actually, the very good definition of what the Pick 10 and the wildcard system is actually about in the first place, Astro. He can configure this way and just put his points to that particular playstyle.
Yeah, and I'm excited to watch him play here. I'm going to stay on board with him. He has the R87. He's got shotgun. So he's doubling speed so he can get close, up tight in the faces of his opponent here. And it seems to be working as Karma is 39 and 17 on the board at the moment. So he's doing some work with the shotgun. And look at that. He's going for some range here. He's got 3 hit markers. Oh, no, pulling out the combat knife. But there you go. That's a perfect moment, right? Tell me what just happened right there.
Yeah, so these guys are so used to being able to swap to their second weapon. But if you're going to use the Pick 10 and wildcard system to stack up this way, he had to sacrifice his gun to be able to do that. So he pulls out, thinks he's going to have his pistol in hand, but no, he's got his knife. He does not have a secondary weapon equipped.
Yeah, that was actually a great moment because that secondary just wasn't there. He used up all his allocation points in the Pick 10 for all his other gear to make him faster. And Karma does pull out the RCXD there. That comes back in Black Ops 2. Tell me a little bit about that. There's a little little RCXD running around the map still.
Yeah, you know, that's one of these things that we just felt like had to come back into the game, upgraded that model and its animation and sounds for 2025. It's just something that feels totally appropriate for this kind of game.
Yeah, and you can see the score streaks that Karma has over here. He's got an RCXD. It looks like he has a UAV, counter UAV as well. So he's definitely, it's a great class. It looks like he's making that rushing class. So that makes sense. Well, let's scroll through here a little bit more. And here we go. We have another one here. This is Big Timer, who's rocking Ghost, Hardwired, Extreme Conditioning, and Dexterity. So
why am I not surprised that these pro players like to be on the move and moving fast and using their pick 10 this way?
Absolutely. It's just, you know they're going to use it. 8 seconds left to go. The North Americans have clearly been in the lead here, 273 to 133 now. And the North Americans are going to take it in this domination. And they're pumped. Let's take a look at this final kill cam.
Good job, Schwiz. Look at this.